The astonishing victory seemed to cast an aura of divine favour on Aruj, with news of this miraculous victory spreading like wildfire. It didn't do his ego any harm either, and he quickly followed up by forming an expedition of his own, striking out with his now considerable fleet of galleots, razing numerous towns along the entire Spanish coast, looting, pillaging, and carrying off thousands of women and children into captivity. But it wasn't just the Spanish who felt his fury. The Sultan of Tenes, just down the road from his recent acquisition of Shershel, had amassed an army of 10,000 Berber tribesmen and was on the march to attack Algiers. You see, it was becoming increasingly apparent to the locals that these Turks, though Muslim, were culturally very different, and that their obsession with piracy meant that they had no intention of developing the hinterland or respecting Berber tribal customs. Worse still, where there had been relative peace, the presence of Turks now meant that the Spanish would never leave them alone, but only escalate their retribution against the entire coast. But Aruj was on a roll, and while Hayreddin was left to manage the enormous spoils of their recent Spanish expedition, he personally led 1,500 Turks and Moriscos, all of whom were experienced arquebusiers, to intercept the Sultan while they were in the open. Sure enough, they caught up with them as they were crossing a river, and his marksmen picked off the foot soldiers and desert horsemen under volleys of gunfire, so recently learned from their own Spanish encounter. As the bodies piled up, the demoralized Berber army routed. Aruj pursued them all the way back to the city of Tenes, its sultan barely avoiding capture. And now, with Tenes in hand, here too Aruj proclaimed himself, by the grace of God, sultan. Our adventurer was racking up cities like a champ,